Hey everyone, I've been seeing this camera popping up everywhere lately, especially from creators who usually shoot video. It's the Sony Alpha 7V, and honestly, it's getting a lot of attention for a reason. I finally got my hands on one, and I wanted to share what it's actually like to use day to day. If you've been thinking about upgrading your mirrorless setup, this might be the one worth checking out. Link is in the description if you want to see the latest price and specs on Amazon. First off, the image quality is next level. Sony's been refining their full-frame sensors for years, and this one doesn't disappoint. The new 33-megapixel XMirrorless CMOS sensor captures insane detail, even in low light. I took it out at sunset the other day and was blown away by how clean the shadows were. No weird noise, just smooth, natural tones. Whether you're shooting stills or video, that kind of clarity makes a huge difference, especially if you're printing large or cropping in post. I've found myself getting lost in the tiny details of my photos, like the textures of tree bark or the patterns on a bird's feathers. It's amazing how much of a difference this level of resolution can make. Now, the autofocus is where this camera really shines. Sony's AI-powered autofocus system is fast and accurate, even in tricky lighting. I tested it on my dog running through the backyard at dusk, total chaos, right? But the camera locked on instantly and kept tracking without missing a beat. That kind of reliability is a game-saver for wildlife, sports, or even just family moments where things move fast. And it's not just for video, stills benefit big time too. I've been using it to capture my kids' soccer games, and it's been amazing to see the camera keep up with the action, even when they're running straight at me. The autofocus is so good that it's actually changed the way I shoot, making me more confident in my ability to get the shot, even in difficult situations. Video performance is another standout. The Alpha 7V can shoot 4K at up to 30 frames per second with no blackout, which means you get smooth, uninterrupted footage. I tried it while walking backward, yes, I know, dangerous, and the stabilization kept everything steady. The 5-axis in-body stabilization works with the lens to smooth out even shaky shots. If you're into vlogging or run-and-gun filmmaking, this is a huge plus. Plus, the new Bion's XR2 processor handles color grading way better than older models, so your footage looks more cinematic straight out of the camera. I've been using it to shoot some short films, and the results have been stunning. The colors are rich and vibrant, and the dynamic range is incredible. It's like having a miniature movie camera in your hands. The menu system has improved too. Sony's infamous for having a steep learning curve, but the A7V makes it a little easier. The touchscreen is responsive, and the custom buttons let you set up your most used functions quickly. I set mine to toggle between autofocus modes and white balance on the fly, which saved me a ton of time during a recent trip. It's not perfect, some of the deeper settings still feel buried, but it's a step in the right direction. I've found that once you get used to the layout, it's actually pretty intuitive. You can customize the buttons to fit your workflow, which makes a big difference in terms of speed and efficiency. Battery life is solid, especially if you're used to older Sony cameras. I shot a full day of stills and video without needing to swap batteries, which is a relief. And the menu layout is more intuitive now, so you're not constantly digging through submenus to find what you need. That might sound small, but when you're on a shoot and time is tight, every second counts. I've been using it for extended periods, and I've been impressed by how long the battery lasts. It's not like you'll be able to shoot for days on end, but you can definitely get through a long day of shooting without needing to recharge. Now, let's talk about the downsides. The body-only version means you'll need to buy lenses separately, and Sony's glass isn't cheap. If you're coming from a crop sensor camera, the full-frame lenses can be a big investment. Also, the menu system, while improved, still isn't as user-friendly as some competitors. It's functional, but it takes time to learn where everything is. I've found that it's worth taking the time to learn the menu system, but it's definitely not the most user-friendly camera out there. Additionally, the camera can be a bit overwhelming at first, with so many features and options. However, once you get used to it, you'll appreciate the level of control it gives you. Another thing to consider is the size and weight of the camera. It's not the smallest or lightest camera out there, but it's definitely manageable. If you're curious about the specs or want to see the latest price, I'll leave the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.